What is going on? Today we are going through the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find. I don't know if you want to call them TikToks still or just short videos, whatever they're called. Okay, let's get into it. This one is a throwback to an old favorite of mine, the bleeding teardrops of my friend, very sad friend, okay? Let's see them all healed. Okay, they are there. They look very sad still. I don't know. Technically the tattoo's in there and it looks red, which is nice. It looks like the tattoo was executed well enough, you know, that it's there at least for now. It looks awful. This is a double take on this tattoo. It still looks awful. I hope that it stays exactly the way the customer wants forever. I think that some of it looks like it's in the skin, some of it looks darker, some of it looks like whatever. In this healed photo, it's a tattoo. It's a tattoo. It's what he wanted. It looks bad, dude. Just like just the straight drops. I cannot tell if they're teardrops or they're just like, I don't know. The line going, it just looks bad still. It looks bad still. Let's go on to the next. Okay, so this uses music that we cannot use, so I'm gonna read it to you, and it says, wait, why are you still going to a traditional tattoo shop for a cute, girly, fine line tattoo? And it says, maybe because they don't want a overpriced, crappy tattoo from someone with no tattoos and zero experience. Fucking nails it, dude. These are my boys at Body Graphics. You know what's weird to me? What's weird to me? Something about like the cute, girly, fine line tattoo. I don't know. Like, why are you going to a traditional tattoo shop for a cute, girly, fine line tattoo? You know what's interesting to me is that fine line tattooers who are like this type of fine line tattooers. I know plenty of fine line tattooers who are just like great tattooers, just good, fucking do rad stuff. It just happens to be they use a fine line. I know tons and tons. But like this type of fine line tatter, where they're doing just like pocket-sized nothings, they act like they're doing something special. Like there's nothing that unique or special about doing like a fine line bow this size. You know, like you're not, if your specialty is doing small little chingadera ass tats, that's a bad specialty. You know, hear me out. It doesn't make fine line tattoos easy. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is like, if that is what you specialize in, there's this whole spectrum of other stuff in tattooing that you have no fucking concept of. And like, you're pretty limited to the type of tattooing that you can do. And like, people like this are like the same people who are like, specialize in things. And it's like, you're specializing in tiny little fine line nothings? That's called a trend, my guy. That's not a thing you want to specialize in. Like, that, when it goes, which it will go, all trends come and go. Fine line tattoos today will be the tribal of yesteryear. We're gonna make fun of fine line for the rest of time. And so if you wanna specialize in fine line, bro, you're gonna be finding yourself at a different job in the next 10 years. And like, to kind of take back to what I'm talking about, a traditional tattooer, someone who specializes in traditional tattoos could easily do a fine line tattoo. Someone who specializes in Japanese, black and gray realism, portrait stuff. Any recognized tattoo style, a neo-trad artist, a tribal artist, any other tatter could easily do a fine line tattoo. If they worked on it and they practiced it, they could be laying down great, clean, fine line tattoos, 100%. And a fine line tattooer could not do all the other styles without an extreme amount of work. Like, they'd actually have to become a fucking capable tattooer. And I know that like, you might be like, well, that's kind of stupid that you're saying that. And my way of thinking is, these styles, not fine line, have so many different complicated things that you need to learn, like shading and drawing and fucking composition and all these different things that make tattooing difficult, where fine line little chingy things don't use any of that. I mean, half the drawings they make are Pinterest clip art. So they're just not talented in tattooing. They learned one thing and they learned how to do it all right, and everything else they suck at. So why would you go to a traditional tattooer for a fine line tattoo? Because you want a good result. On to the next. Okay, we have some cosmetic tattooing laser. We all know that lady who has thin eyebrows and then she got the tattooed eyebrows on and it just looks squared off and like a tribal version of eyebrows. That's what we're looking at here. It makes me fucking disgusted. Honestly, I get so pissed when I see botched cosmetic tattooing. I don't know why it makes me more pissed, but there's something about someone who's willing to do shit on people's faces that I'd like expect more from you. Like, you better come at it fucking right. Like, if you're willing to go and like look at some little old lady's face and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make this better, you better fucking come correct. And I know like they're not thinking of it like that. They're thinking like, hey, I'm gonna do this tattoo on this lady's eyebrow for money. So like they don't really have like, not like a moral decision they're making here. And not that everything has to be like some moral, but like you're fucking up someone's face forever, dude. And like now this girl's gotta get laser. The 3 eyebrows hair she does have are now gonna be white for at least a few days. Pretty funny that laser makes their hair go white. Yeah, dude. I think that if you're gonna fuck up cosmetic tattoos, you deserve to go to jail. Like, that's fucked. That's super fucked. Not really, obviously. I'm just joking. I'm just making a joke. I'm just trying to make light of a situation that makes me want to fucking punch someone in the face. Dude, imagine me just punching all the cosmetic tatters out there, just like fucking giving them a go, dude. Fuck those people. Fucking all the tias out there. I don't know why, but in my head, every time I see these blocked out fucking eyebrows, it's on my tia. It's on some like little Mexican auntie. It's on my Mexican grandma. I don't know. It's just how I feel. Fuck those people who fuck up cosmetic tats. Okay. This is a little lighthearted, dude. You know? I'm gonna kind of like, usually we see stuff like this and I just go like, what the fuck ever. You know, but this actually made me happy. Like, it was cool. It's rad to see. Starry Night in tattoo canvas form. Like, she did something interesting, I guess. This is also the type of stuff that I've made fun of like a million times. So I cannot be like sitting here being like, I love it, because most of the time I don't. But yeah, it was cute. It was cute. I was like, ah. When I saw this, I was like reminded about a guy who was like saying that he left tattoos open so his children could paint over them. And like, I remember looking at that tattoo and being like, no, dude, you just got some shitty black and gray version of a tattoo that looked unfinished. It wasn't like a choice. It was just bad tattoos. And he was like, I want my future children to be able to paint and draw and put markers in my tattoos. I was like, dude, you're fucking dumb, dude. And, you know, hey, like, good for you for having shitty tattoos and then coming up with some, like, justification that makes you sound, like, noble or something, when in reality you just sound like a creep. But, yeah, this one, that's what I reminded of. And this one is not that. So, hey, it's nice. It's cute. Next, Luigi Manion, dude. Already getting portraits out there. Fuck. Deny, defend, oppose. Wild, dude. You know, with portraits, you run the risk of getting a tattoo for someone you idolize, and then they do something awful, and then you hate the tattoo because you got a Bill Cosby tattoo or a Kevin Spacey tattoo or something like that. This time, this guy's like, fuck no, dude. He did something awful. I idolize him. This guy, there's very few things that Luigi Manion can do for you to regret having this tattoo, because you already like him at his worst. I gotta respect it, dude. Luigi Manion, dude. That's a pretty good portrait of him too. Not the worst. Definitely not a bad tattoo. I don't love the, you know, the tattoos on his, you know, whatever. You know, just looking at the portrait, he's got the most boring face ever. I know people find him attractive, probably because he's got a banging ass body, but his face is very boring, at least for a portrait. Maybe I just don't recognize him well enough. But he looks like someone everybody knows. Like, I feel like there's 3 people that I see in his face. You know, like, he just kind of got one of those faces that you're like, yeah, I will never recognize him. So this is Paul Booth, an absolute legend in tattooing, known for doing like really dark, heavy imagery, like a lot of demon skulls, gnarly black and gray, semi-realistic looking stuff.
In the day, there was a chain of who taught who. It was like a family tree in tattooing. That's wiped out. That's gone. These new kids don't know what it was like when it was smaller community. And like anything, though, as it gets bigger.
Okay, so the tattoo families, I think, you know, a lot of people can trace back their lineage in tattooing way far back, which is cool. Yeah, you know, I think there's people who could do it, you know, 50, 60 years, not much further than that. If someone can trace their lineage back further than that, that's really interesting, really crazy. Actually, in my tat family, my tat family, which sounds so stupid, but let's like fucking go with how corny that sounds. There's Pepe and Jojo, who were taught by me, Kirk Fagan, who was taught by Mikey Tay, who was taught by Tom Clark. Now, Tom Clark also taught Gabe Munoz. That's technically 4 generations of tattooers in my tat family, I guess. But yeah, people could go way further back than that. Mine's pretty cool, I guess. That's kind of cool that it could go 4 generations back at this current point. At least Pepe and Jojo can go 4 generations back. I can only go 3. So I don't know, maybe there is a dilution of that idea, but also like there is just more people who can trace back their lineage into tattooing now too. So that's kind of true, it's kind of not true, but whatever. I know what he's saying. When it was a smaller community, you could contact someone from New York. You had friends all over the place. Now we still have friends all over the place, but there's just less of a connection between those friends.
Trendier, it dilutes. And then with the advent of certain TV shows, you've got riffraff coming into the industry because the artists on the shows are tricked by the producers into being douchebags. For their 15 minutes, they'll do it just to be on TV. But they're destroying the industry because they're making us look like a bunch of assholes.
Okay, so that's true and wrong at the same time. I'm sorry. There's no fucking way, okay? Sometimes there's a cause and there's effect. Yes, what he said about the fucking tattooers being assholes for their 15 minutes of fame is absolutely fucking 100% correct. Now also, tattooers have always been known to be assholes. It's like, which came first, chicken or the egg? Like, bro, the chicken was always an asshole. Someone monetized us being assholes. That is it. To think that like people became assholes for their 15 minutes of fame is fucking mind-blowing to me. And Paul Booth, my guy, how many fucking junky ass friends did you have in your early tat years? Tons. Every fucking tattooer I know over the age of 30 has had like a phase where they went through heroin, dude. And they were assholes to clients. It's not like, no. I'm sorry. I love and respect Paul Booth, one of the greatest to ever do it. That statement's wrong. Tatters were assholes long before TV shows. Did the TV shows fucking find a way to exploit that? Absolutely. Absolutely. There was a long list of jackass tatters who were willing to go on TV and be assholes. Like, it's just, you know, it just is, it is. Next. I don't know if I could use that music. I'm sure I can't. SpongeBob Squarepants, SpongeBob Squarepants, SpongeBob Squarepants. I don't know. I don't want to sing anymore, dude. If someone watches me sing on the internet one more time, I want a compilation. A compilation of all the times I sound like a fucking idiot singing on the internet. Okay, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of problems with this tattoo. Lots of outlining in color, a lot of pinks and purples and these colors that almost look exactly the same. Over time, this tattoo's probably gonna look fine. Parts of it are gonna fall out, parts of it are gonna stay. I don't like it, but you know. You know what always throws me for a loop? When people want to smash a leg in like purple and blues and like all these just ugly looking fucking colors. Like, who wants a Smurf leg? Who? Where's the black in this tattoo? Give me some black, son. That's all I really want to see. I don't fucking want to see your like dandelion pink or whatever kind of, you know, abstract fucking thing. Dude, give me black. Put some black in your tattoos. On to the fucking next. How much did you pay for this tattoo? Too much. That I know for sure. Too much. Okay, so there's a couple fucking problems with this tattoo. Some are problems, some are opinion. First off, outlining a hairline in words and making the words do all sorts of directions, dumb looking. Dumb. Who can follow that? No one. But then, you know, obviously the Mary Guadalupe, whatever, she looks wonky, my guy. The eyes are 2 different colors. The left side of the head comes in when the other side goes out. The teardrops, there are very few good qualities about this tattoo. 100%. How much would you pay for this tattoo? That's what it says, and I would pay to never see it again. So, yeah. Very rough, but also like a very hard placement. So like, I know I'm gonna dog this tattoo because it's fucking trash. Very hard placement. It should not have been done here. And also like, if you're gonna put something on your dome, like make sure that the most important thing is right here. Because like, okay, you see the hands, they're kind of like this. And then the head is like all the way back. He's gotta fucking come up to kind of show you that. That's not what you want. I mean, placement-wise, that seems fucking ridiculous. If you're gonna get your head tattooed, like the most important thing to be right here. That's it, that's it. Put a fucking skull right here on your skull. Placement is important. And sometimes I think that people pick images that don't really work for the placement. So like, he should have just trimmed down those hands or done something. It just looks stupid to me. Fucking dumb. On to the goddamn next. Ooh, I love when people put color in. I like watching it. It's so cool. This one's done by Kiosk Tattoo, Ico Tattoo. I don't know him. I don't personally know him. I'm sure he's great, but I just like watching him put color in the tattoo. Very nice. I'm sure this is gonna be a beautiful tattoo. Sorry for the fucking weirdness. That was it. I just saw it and I was like, I could do something really uncomfortable. On to the next. Okay, this one's done by Kai Pinheiro, Rajan and Fujin freehand, dude. Look at how clean that looks. Look how aesthetically pleasing to our eyes. I think it's gonna be a great tattoo because he's a great tattooer. I really love that he hand drew it. That like fucking feels good to me, dude. It like feels good to me. You know what? When I see someone who can draw on skin, I just go like, that's a person I want to be friends with. Like they know how, they understand something. Like they understand the deeper soul of tattooing. And if you try and do some freehand drawing on and you're not ready for it, you could tell, dude. You could tell. I probably drew on my first tattoo 6 years ago. I could tell. I shouldn't have done it until fucking 3 days ago, you know? On to the next. We got a RenStimpy tattoo. I cannot even describe it. I hope I don't get flagged for it. This is one of the most foul looking things I've ever seen in a tattoo. I truly hope my channel doesn't get taken away for it. Bro, that is gnarly. Good for them for doing it because, you know, clearly this guy's a kinky dude. And next. Okay, how does super detail, you know, nothing drives me more crazy when I see someone flexing on a thing that I want to shit on. It says, how does super detailed tattoo heal after 2 years without any filter? Like shit. That's the takeaway. Like very poorly. Like not good. Like barely there. Like can't make out half of those details. Thank God you put them all in. Thank God you spent time putting in a ton of white for a tail that has already disappeared. Thank God the yellow in the coins, you cannot tell. There's nothing about this. There's a crispness that we need in tattooing, or else like these things kind of fall away and you kind of can't see what you're seeing. This is a great example. As this tattoo continues to age over the next, you know, lifetime, this tattoo's, all these details are gonna fade even more and even more and even more and even more. Don't you fucking dare leave a comment telling me that, oh, they could always get it touched up. No one gets things touched up. Every single time I mention anything about something like this, someone goes, they could get it touched up. Haven't you heard of a touch up? Fuck no, dude. No one gets touched up. No one. No one comes in 5 years down the road and goes, I need a touch up. No, what they do is like, I fucking hate this tattoo that crumbled away. Clearly, a touch up is just gonna lead to it crumbling away in another 5 years. Why am I gonna get it touched up? Why? You're not. You're gonna blast a big, dumb, fucking gnarly, tratty skull on top of it and call it a day. I hate color realism. Put a fucking outline on your shit or don't fucking come playing. Don't come playing the game of Tat Daddy, dude. On to the next. This is one of the weirder things I've seen. I don't know why there's a dolphin. I don't know why it's a bad tattoo. It's a bad tattoo and I hate it. It's a bad tattoo and I hate it. Yeah, a skull hand. Skull hand outlined with white. Yeah, on a darker dude, so you can't see it at all. Don't we wish they didn't do it? Next. This one is brought to you by Doc Frank Tattoo. I believe he's from Vancouver, Canada. Okay? I know a couple Canadians because at my shop we tattoo 90% Canadians. I know. We're in Mexico. I'm an American. I tattoo Canadians. So good for this dude. It's not finished. It's not finished. And I cannot wait to see it finished because he's very talented. And he does some things that like I wouldn't do, but I like it. I fucking like it. Doc Frank Tattoo. Next. This is the last one. We got good stuff coming out of me. My soul is light with happiness. It's around the holidays. I like the holidays. We're almost at the end of the year. This might be the last video of the year. I don't know. Maybe. This actually probably is. I want to thank you guys for giving us such a great year. This is Ken Carlos. He's a fucking better tattooer than me. Other than that, enjoy that, but thank you. I appreciate it. Did not think about it. This is probably the last video of the year. I'm gonna spend the time right now to say thank you guys. This has been an incredible year. We went from 0 to 80,000 subscribers, and it's not like one of those things where like we just got 80,000 subscribers and you left. No, you guys fucking stay. We got a community of rock solid Kirkanites. What do you guys want to call yourself? The Fagans? The Faganeers? Man, there's so many bad names I could think of to call you guys. Thanks. I appreciate it, truly. I'll see you next year.